So welcome back to Brno. I'm Nick Harris, alongside me Matt Burt. Down in pit lane, it's Dylan Gray. We're worried about the weather.
In the front row, Dovizioso, Crutchlow and Jorge Lorenzo on the second row.
Third row of the grid, Vinales, Petrucci.
By Alex Rins, that's a career best MotoGP qualifying for him. Folger and Miller join him on that fifth row. Barbara, Abraham and Polisponi
And Tito Rabat, and row 8, Sam Lowes and Scott Redding. 23 riders, 22 laps is over. No changes now. You've made your decisions, and we have one final.
Marquez has taken a real leap of faith here, Nick, going for that soft option rear tyre. Only him and Hector Barbara. Now blue sky peeking through the cloud.
There's blue sky, but we also just had another little shower, and it's
What we know, you'd say, well, looks all right out there now, doesn't it? It's quite bright, bit of blue sky around. It is a big gamble. Flow 4 and Danny Pedrosa 3 years ago. You remember, Marc Marquez was running away with the championship and had some.
Yeah, look at those yellow smoke bombs and flares going off. You're not in Mugello, you are actually still in Brno. Don't worry yet. Race to
soft slick. Actually medium slicks. Others have the soft rear. Soft wet.
That's right. Then based on what we saw in the warm-up, Nick, 6 laps out of that soft rear rain tyre. So Marquez, God, he really has rolled the dice, hasn't he?
So get onto the dry bike.
Yeah, a very good strategy indeed, Dylan.
Fire from pole position. Lorenzo into second. Rossi already back in 5th. Vinales in 6th. Looks like Zarco's made a good start as well. Or is that Folger? Jonas Folger.
Is it going to try and scorch this for a few laps, don't you, with that softer option, a wet weather tyre? But Lorenzo quite comfortable in Dovizioso.
Soft option rear tyre. Marquez will have the better grip. It should get up to working temperature quicker. But Lorenzo straight. Fairing Ducati.
That's the last thing that Marc Marquez wanted. He wanted to get away, didn't he, and open up some big 3 bikes running together. But it's Jorge Lorenzo who leads the way into turn 8.
Now well wide of turn number 9. That's going to cost him a few places. There's your 2016 Brno winner, Cal Crutchlow. Crutchlow's in 7 yards.
They bottom out now, bottom end of the circuit, then they start the climb back up towards the start and finish. Left and 14, and still it's Lorenzo that leads the way, and that Ducati just gobbles up the tarmac as he
half-tenths over Marquez. And it's Dovizioso and Rossi now piling the pressure on Marquez. How much longer will the real pressure from Dovizioso and Rossi now?
Here they come down towards turn 3. They're going to try and outbrake him into turn 3. Rossi.
Look up the inside of Cal Crutchlow. Thought better of it down at turn number 3. Just squeeze the brake on any harder. He might have tucked the front there. Marquez, Valentino Rossi in one move, picks up 2 places. Rossi into second place.
The stadium's
now, he's up the inside again there of Andrea Dovizioso. Dovizioso running a little bit wide at turn number 7. Marquez was able to fight back through.
It appears at this very moment it is, because Vinales is all over him like a rush. He's been absolutely swallowed up by the field.
Petrucci and Crutchlow pick him off like he's a novice.
Well, think.
Is it a major mistake by Marquez and Honda? We may be proved wrong. We're still 20. Marquez is coming in.
We've got loads of riders coming in now.
Oh, what a...
Jack Miller onto slicks as well. We have both the KTMs and Jonas Folger as well.
Oh.
Drama here indeed in Brno. So Marquez on the end of lap 2 decided to come in. He was dropping rapidly drying surface. They all start to overheat very quickly. The rides will start to feel like they're riding on jelly and marbles very.
Considering, I think Marquez had no choice, but the guys on the medium tyres must be starting to think, you know, we're going to have to come in. Has he pulled a mighty big, clever conjuring trick by almost fooling everybody?
Flag scenarios. Marc Marquez and his Repsol Honda team get it absolutely bang on the money. The pit lane's going to get very busy very shortly, I feel.
They were ready with another wet bike now, and of course it's not just the tyres, it's the link. They got to change the suspension, many things.
Dashboard now, tyre change, come into the pits. Do not stay out any longer. The track's too dry for wet tyres. Dovizioso and Vinales, who are out there on rain tyres. Rossi's just set the fastest lap of the race at 2:08.3. Alex Lowe's medium rain tyres.
Here is Marc Marquez. He is on slicks. Lowe's into the pits now.
Pit lane.
Can any more happen in this race? Espargaro back in the race. Redding back in the race. Lorenzo.
Folger is in. They're all bunching up. These guys have got to come in. There's no way that these rain tyres, there's still not box change communication coming in for Lois Bass. Surely they're going to have to come in.
What's the situation at Ducati?
He would not have a bike at the moment. Same goes for Jorge Lorenzo. Not ready yet. The Yamahas, they are good to go.
Well, that's obviously why the tyres are there currently running now. The track is far too dry for Michelin drain tyres.
So Rossi leads the way then, and who is ready to come in? Box call for
Lorenzo still
Petrucci.
not ready. Ducati still not ready.
Rossi's going round again. Rossi's gone round again, as has Johan Zarco, as has Andrea Dovizioso.
Right, are they ready for...
Ready, not completely ready.
Pedrosa came in as well. Marc Marquez has just gone through. He pulled off a stroke of genius here right now.
Right, pack back in, things will settle thanks to the slick tyres. Is putting in laps that nobody else can match.
So only Rossi, Zarco and Dovizioso in rain tyres. Now we've seen it before that Rossi and Dovizioso stay out too long in these kind of Saxonry.
Bike is in wet setting. If you saw, you maybe didn't see it, Lorenzo, he got on his second bike and they had to get the starter out and start it out. He lost a...
Came in too early, and I think he's just basing his judgment now on what Valentino Rossi's doing.
Surely Rossi, 46 box.
Hector Barbera's just come in as well. Rossi has to come in surely this time around. He cannot. Marquez
there he
has
is.
already been in the pits and he's in the same shot as the top three. Rossi, Zarco has seriously rolled the dice, but Marquez then is coming through the final corner now. He's over the line now. Poor, too late for Rossi.
Rossi in. Flag to flag for Rossi. Back out, number 46. Pit lane speed limit. Can't pick up the pace until they come over the line. There,
Credited with a genius decision. He's leading the race. He's leading the race.
Marquez leading the way, and he is just going to disappear from you. First lap or the second lap, wasn't it? Came in, changed.
Look at the difference.
It almost appeared
at the moment. Just look at the difference between full slicks and full wet tyres on a drying surface here.
If it starts raining now, but I dare not think. Long way to go. 16 and a half laps to say we think they've made a massive mistake. And I think we started to think perhaps they pulled an absolute master stroke here.
The floor is currently under investigation. Didn't really see what kick-started that incident, but there was no doubt about it. Andrea Iannone and Aleix Espargaro. Marquez has just come over the line to start lap number 7. He's doing 1:57, Marquez. Pit lane. So here is Redding on the road then in second place. Zarco's left it far, far too late.
Petrucci, Rins, Crutchlow 9, Miller, Vinales, Baz, Paul Espargaro, Rossi, Dovizioso, Rabat, Smith. No sign of Iannone at the moment, so I don't know if his race actually ended in pit lane, but as we look at the moment, and Hector Barbera out of the race as well.
Aleix Espargaro then is up into second place.
Guys, just a quick word.
So Hector Barbera is now, they're both across the line. Iannone in 22nd place, Hector Barbera in 23.
Out again.
Right, we're going to take one more lap because I think Zarco's going to go way down, isn't it? When we have a look at
Redding and Carol Abraham in 4th place, Pedrosa 5th, then Petrucci, Crutchlow, Rins, Miller and Vinales are your top 10. Kind of incident in the pit lane involving the Spanish rider and Andrea Iannone, which is currently under investigation. Here's Marc Marquez in a...
15 minutes ago, Matt and myself were open mouthed at the decision by Honda to go, came in, changed the slicks. He's crossed the line now with 15 laps to go with a 19-second advantage.
Carol Abraham, he could be on course here for a sensational podium finish here in the Czech Republic.
Trying to get behind, trying to get past Paul Espargaro. This is a battle for 12th place. Don't forget Valentino Rossi will be a
massive pendulum swing towards Marc Marquez in terms of the World Championship. He leads by almost 20 seconds and is closest. And how pivotal this Brno race was, certainly if it stays as is with Marc Marquez presently cruising through the checkered flag right now. But the way today's gone, who knows, there might be another couple of surprises still to come.
Yeah, towards the Kevin Swan's corner. That would be the championship position. 23-point advantage Marquez would have.
Bit of an off-track excursion for Paul Espargaro. This lap, 1:57.4 last time around for Marquez. It's still Aleix Espargaro, 4/10 clear of Scott. Miller, your top 10.
Yeah, it's pretty tight after Marquez, and with the changing conditions, we've seen it on many occasion. Did he take the gamble, or did they really know it wasn't going to rain? Then in pit lane involving him and Andre Iannone, and race direction are looking at that incident. Let's keep our fingers crossed. No penalties involved. What a day for Scott Redding. Don't rule out Dani Pedrosa now. He can very...
So Pedrosa has now taken 4th place on the podium, well within sight of Dani Pedrosa. He'll be clawing for pace, and he's wide at turn 5. Dani Pedrosa didn't even have to fight for that one. Sorry, turn 10 rather, down the Kevin Schwantz sites. We could very shortly have a Repsol on the 1-2 here in Brno. Big moment for Aleix Espargaro as he got on the gas coming up Horsepower Hill.
I know last year, this is very reminiscent, but he's got a 20-second advantage, his teammate, and even Dani Pedrosa 7 seconds down on his teammate Marc Marquez.
Yeah, Pedrosa, he made a couple of moves on that lap. Look, so now up in a 13th. Rossi next in his eye line is Loris Baz in 11th position. Some ball.
Dovizioso, isn't it? Who are in that riders within 10 points of Rossi 10.
So his hand was forced a little bit because they couldn't bring him in. The bike wasn't ready, so he had to stay out a little bit longer than what he would have hoped for.
Well, it's a little bit blue, it's a little bit cloudy. It's one of those where we haven't had any spits since they've changed bikes, so that's
He's really coming under pressure now. Karel Abraham is in front of him, and it's a Calcslow also putting pressure.
Big contact. Loses the place also to Cal Crutchlow. So pretty hard move there by Petrucci down at turn number 10.
There is Crutchlow, there is Petrucci.
Yeah, you look at the lap times on slick tyres as well. Marquez with Pedrosa, Rossi and Dovizioso. Pedrosa's actually just put in the fastest lap of the race, a 1:57 through in 11th.
Right, let's try and settle things down a bit. Marquez, Pedrosa, Aleix Espargaro 3rd, 4 Redding, 5 Battista, Iannone and Barbara yet to cross the line.
Briefly on board there with the fastest man on track right now, Dani Pedrosa's teammate Scott Redding at turn 5. Redding really struggling to hang in this podium battle. We know he had issues really dropping back through the field now.
There is Aleix Espargaro. This is the battle for Karel Abraham. Well, he finished 7th in Assen, didn't he, Karel Abraham? So this was equally the best result of the
World Championship. They've only had a best of 6 since they returned, and when they were previously here in the early 4-stroke.
Ride with Maverick Vinales. That is Karel Abraham in front of him. Some very, very important points now. I won't say, and open up a little bit of a gap on Dovizioso and Rossi in the championship battle. He ain't going to close the gap though on the map.
183. He's in 12th place, hunting down Jack Miller very, very quickly. As Petrucci then moves up into 3rd place. 4, Aleix Espargaro then back into 3rd place. Cal Crutchlow as well, sniffing around the podium again here in Brno.
You would imagine we're riding with Cal Crutchlow, aren't we, here, just watching what's going on in front of him. Certainly rare. There is Petrucci 9, 40.5 laps to go of this round 10 of the championship. Full marks to Aleix Espargaro. He is down now to the Kevin Schwantz corner, turn 10. And we ride with Cal Crutchlow, last year's winner.
Contest. They've got an upgraded engine here this weekend, Aprilia, but it's still not a match for the superior power of the Ducati. Petrucci found his way through. He has, using the grunt of that Ducati GP17. So Petrucci snatches back 3rd from Aleix.
This time around, Cal Crutchlow is in there. Will he have a look at the pair of them, or perhaps one of them coming into this long right-hand 8th? 9th is Rins and Valentino Rossi 10, Vizioso 11.
That's the start of the race game with Cal Crutchlow through turn 3. Maverick Vinales is coming back into podium contention here as well. Pretty tight there, didn't it, between Crutchlow and Aleix Espargaro at turn 13.
This is the battle between Redding and
Vinales. He looks well sharp now. He looks the strongest actually of this quartet circulating. Redding's now coming under pressure.
Oh, go at the moment. So 20 points as it stands at the moment would be the difference in the World Championship. And if Vinales can get Crutchlow as we ride with him, he could certainly, well, obviously, close the gap on Marquez at the front.
Shoulder coming out of turn number 10. And he got mugged by Maverick Vinales, so more points up for grabs. There you can see the live championship race leader Marc Marquez. Battista.
Karel Abraham crashes out of his home Grand Prix. What a
turn number 10, fast old crash, just lost
where he crashed on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that oil leak, didn't he, in FP3?
It's up for grabs for him, but he's got some good men in front of him. The first man in front of him is the man that won the race here last year.
Well, Rossi dispensing of Karel Abraham at turn number 4, and Rossi is only about, well, he's even here in Brno.
8 8.5 laps ago. This is the battle for third place. The two Repsol Hondas out. Most amazing start to this race. Yeah, this is really hotting up. We ride with Rossi. That's Scott corner now. Here comes Rossi on the brakes up the inside at turn 10. I don't think there's any way for Scott Redding to go. There's not.
Front grip, rear grip. The Vizioso is about to pick off Carol Abraham as well. So Carol Abraham is one step inside the top 10. Alessia Spargo's podium challenge looks like it's run its course. He's really...
Sorry, 8 laps as far as the championship goes. Because there's some very, very important points for the likes of Ross Marquez. He's going to increase his lead in the championship. But now this trio of riders have got to pick up as many points as they possibly can.
He'll be getting that message now on his dashboard, Alessia Spargo. That's obviously why he was looking over his shoulder when he saw Vinales maybe. We said that. So that was the reason why he was obviously being released by Aprilia when Andrea Iannone was coming in. Now, as the team that's releasing him to yield 3 places, which is going to give crucial points to, well, Rossi, certainly, and probably Dovizioso.
That will be a big morale booster to Maverick Vinales. There's nothing he can do for what happened at the front with Mark. Safe release in pit lane. There was an incident involving Andrea Iannone, and here comes Vinales up the inside.
And there's Valentino Rossi just coming into your picture briefly out of turn number 12. You can see the podium now, Rossi. But has he got enough for Rossi the chance to fight back? This is the incident then. Here comes Andrea Iannone in. It was close between Iannone. Yeah, what happened until Andrea Iannone had safely pulled in? Andrea Iannone basically toppled off because he thought he was going to slam into the side of Alessia Spargo.
What the hell has happened here? 20-second advantage for Marc Marquez at the front. He chose to go on the damn field like a fly. But did they know something about the weather that we did not? Because after 2 laps he came in and he chose.
HRC and Marc Marquez tend to get their strategy absolutely bang on the money, whereas Yamaha and Valentino Rossi, they ask
conditions. Some teams at the start of the race had bikes ready with a different set of wet weather tyre. Certainly no gamble, but here is Vinales now comfortably in 3rd place.
Yeah, he's clearing off, isn't he? He's leaving the championship challenge because it's only 14 points then behind Marc Marquez, so he's only going to be surrendering 9 for the podium, and unfortunately he's crashed out of 14th place.
Here is Cal Crutchlow, of course, the one that race here. Rossi is coming.
Yeah, he's definitely got pace here, Rossi. If he can chase down Petrucci and Crutch with that's for sure. It looks like he's got... Yeah, he was in the 157s. There's Loris Baz crashing out. That's at turn 7. And passed them pretty easily with the pace that Rossi showed last time around.
This is Crutchlow and Petrucci. Rossi, as you can see, close 6th place to Vizioso, currently in 7th. Marquez just clearing off at the front. Oh, he's slipping. He's slipped toward. Doesn't appear with 5.5 laps to go. The weather's going to in pit lane if he wins the race. Was it a more? Oh, absolutely. Really thought to do exactly what.
Now Crutchlow streaking away from the Italian. Rossi will find it difficult to stay on the back wheel of Petrucci coming out of Horn with a lack of rear grip. Yeah, he is. You can see Rossi got that Yamaha hooked up a little bit better. He's not close enough to attack at turn number 13. Yeah, Rossi's going to pounce the first corner, surely.
Here they come over the line almost side by side. Rossi eyes him up. There's plenty of lights in the fast S's section that Rossi would try and nip up the inside or try and get round the outside as they come out at turn 4.
Here's at turn 3. Nicely done by Rossi then, so he's up now into 5th place. The gap to Cal Crutchlow with 4 laps to go has got time to hunt down Cal Crutchlow. I don't think Crutchlow or Rossi are going to be putting any
wise now. Can Dovizioso get past Petrucci, pick up some more World Championship points with 4.5
gap between Crutchlow and Rossi. So it's doable for Valentino Rossi, but hunting down Cal Crutchlow on a Brno
injury sustained in the crash on Saturday morning. Crash that also saw Marc Marquez and Alvaro Bautista, the word I think, at what Marquez and his team have done. And if it was deliberate, perhaps he just didn't want to give the game away. You know, perhaps he didn't want to do it. Just thought, no, I'll do 2 laps. Coming
on slick tyres.
Without a shadow of a doubt he could, but nobody quite knew. When they went round on that final cycling lap,
hopes to go. Rossi has taken a couple of tenths out of Crutchlow last time around. It's 8 tenths then the gap between Crutchlow. Just Petrucci's got nothing left in the tank. He's going to now be aiming to keep himself in that top 6 ahead of Andrea Dovizioso.
What's he got on the slick tyres? Absolutely faultless. Masterstroke of planning. We will have a try. We thought that Honda had a weather forecast that said it was definitely going to rain. They might have had exactly, you're regarded as a genius. If they don't, you're regarded well. People would just say, what the hell were they playing at?
Yeah, they are so clever in this situation when we've had flag-to-flag race in the past. If my memory serves me right, Marc Marquez.
This is a Maverick Vinales. Tell you what, this is as good as I've seen Maverick Vinales rock. He hasn't let Marquez get away in the championship back. There you are, fourth place for Cal Crutchlow. Forgotten all about Danny Pedrosa, who's also ridden a really good race. But there is Crutchlow, there is Rossi.
Yeah, Rossi just can't.
I'd rather like it in the Petrucci Dovizioso battle. He is closing, but I don't think he's closing an ache.
From Maverick Vinales, be back on the podium here in Brno. Lucio Cecchinello looking pretty pensive. The gap between Vinales and Crutchlow, it's one gone. Well, they've been outfoxed again by Honda and Marquez, haven't they?
They have. They've been outthought, out off the track, isn't it? People making decisions that you just think, what the hell is going on here?
First couple of sectors on this lap, live championship. 14 points, the gap between Marquez and Vinales going to the Red Bull Ring, so dominated at the Red Bull Ring.
We ride with Rossi, the man in the distance is Crutchlow. They're coming down towards the Kevin. Yeah, I think Vinales, after everything that's happened, you'd say 14 points. Okay, he's increased the lead.
Well, he's just smashed his way through it. He's just put in his personal best lap of the race, a 1:57.092 on that last lap.
Be a mighty tight currently 5 points, of course. Valentino Rossi, a very important battle for fourth place. For downwards 5. Is he close enough? Have a go here. We ride with Valentino Rossi on the brakes. He thinks about it and then thinks no.
Through, but Crutchlow was definitely out a little bit wide at turn number 5.
Yeah, he's stuck. Rossi can get out here tight. He might have a go as they go down towards turn 10, the Kevin Schwantz corner.
Crutchlow, oh, Dovizioso's got Petrucci. Another very precious World Championship point for 5th as Marc Marquez, all on his own, starts the last lap here in Brno. A tactical masterclass of team. Crutchlow holding firm and doing a great job in 4th place.
Did a brilliant job. There is Danny Pedrosa, rather lonely of this magnificent Brno circuit. Rossi closes up once again. If he's going to have a nibble, it's surely going to be down at this, the fast S's. Where is Rossi going to be positioned on the track? Bradley Smith
able to keep turn through. Next chance then. Can he get 5 out of 4? Yeah. Down on the brakes, down into turn 5. Crutchlow was wide and he's got the inside line. Crutchlow tries to hold firm, but Rossi's got the inside line. He will take 4th place. Crucial to World Championship honours. Can Crutchlow come back at him? He certainly is very capable of having to dig back at the 9 times World Champion.
6th place.
Yeah, Rossi got that Yamaha hooked up brilliantly coming out of turn number 9. No way through for Rossi. Marc Marquez.
Did they take a gamble? Was it planned? It doesn't matter. Marc Marquez wins his advantage in the World Championship battle.
His Repsol Honda teammate Danny Pedrosa will come home in 2nd. Pedrosa and Maverick Vinales rescuing 3rd place. His first podium finish in 4 races. Rossi takes 4th.
Well, a huge, I think, sigh of relief in that team. Actually, that was Danny Pedrosa's side of the carriage. That was Danny Pedrosa's really good ride. There's Roman Fukada, he's a crew chief. Boy, Lorenzo led the race in the early stages and went in. No points for Scott Redding, no points for Rabat or Sam Lowes. Andrea Iannone, Hector Barbara. Roll on Austria. What's the weather going to do there, and what are the tactics going to be in Austria?
With his 2nd bike, not quite fully prepped when he came in for the flag-to-flag bike. Abraham, who at one stage was fighting for the podium, he dropped back to 13th.
Bigger advantages than that. They're very interesting indeed.
Yeah, there was a couple of decent damage limitation exercises out there. Yeah, Danny Pedrosa, of course. Valentino Rossi leading the way by a country mile on 225 podiums, but 5th place and 9 behind Valentino Rossi. Lost a bit of ground.
I am absolutely fascinated, and I don't think we're ever really going to know.
Love to know just how close Marquez was to starting on slicks.
Yeah.
He must have crossed his mind.
But
what a race that was. Declared a wet race, the wet never came. And from the beginning. It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say about it. We'll hear from him and the rest of the podium coming up.